Let me make sure my sound and everything is good, man. I think we're good. Yes, we are. What is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, host of When Persona Speaks, host of When Persona Interviews, and one half of the host of What's Up PlayStation Podcast every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. And welcome one, welcome all. This is what, episode 85? Yeah, 85. And listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was contemplating doing a podcast today prior to this news. I was gonna do a When Persona Speaks today, just talking about the Resident Evil stuff and giving my thoughts and giving my impressions on the demo and things like that. But the gaming gods had something else in store for your boy. The gaming gods had something else in store for your boy, right? Yo, shout out to everybody here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. 25 people here right now. I appreciate y'all. Matter of fact, yo, guys, we jamming. It's Friday, right? It's Friday. It's cold outside. Everybody's chilling in a nice, hopefully, I know some of y'all might be at work. But, a lot of us that may be working from home or, a day off or whatever, chilling in your nice toasty crib, depending on where you live in the world, right? Nice warm house, right? And you guys, chilling on Twitter and things like that, playing some games, and y'all watching me, watching a podcast. It's just relaxing. You feel me? I appreciate y'all. I do. Matter of fact, round of applause for the people in the chat. I said, round of applause for the people in the chat. Big shout out to y'all, man. Yo, guys, we jamming. Ladies and gentlemen, can I jam for a second? Can I jam for just a quick second? I love this beat right here, man. I love this beat. This beat too nice. Hey. It's a good day. Hey. Oh. Yeah, I love this beat. This beat got me in the mood. When I play my starting soon music, I always try to play stuff that's upbeat or real chill music, because especially for those that come early, and be waiting for the podcast to start. I want to play something that's going to keep you around, because you hear the music, be like, damn, that music's kind of nice. Because some people they'll stop by, they'll see that the podcast ain't start yet, and then they'll leave and then come back in 20 minutes or whatever. Now I want you to stay and listen to the music. So I try to put good music on. I love music. Music is something that I really love. Let me shout out the chat though. Yo, Buck Rogers, what is good? Logical Nonsense, Slink in the building. Caleb Kaiser. I can never do as good as Bari. Yo, Caleb, what's good? Henry Heck, what is good? J767, what's good? Corey Macy in the building. Shout out to my boy Corey. Brooklyn in the building. El Matador, what is good? Teal, what's good? Mook Allen in the building. Who else? Early Bird, Buck Rogers, ISA. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. And to the listeners, to the lurkers, I know a lot of people come through to the podcast. Yo, Lay, what's good? I know a lot of people come to the podcast and they kind of just listen. They'll like or they'll just listen and they don't really talk in the chat. So shout out to the lurkers as well. I'm gonna start shouting y'all out in the beginning of the podcast. And at the end, right? Shout out everybody, including the lurkers. Shout out to the lurkers. Another round of applause for everybody that's here. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing. All right, so let's get into like I said, guys, the gaming gods was like, yo, Persona, I understand you want to talk about this Resident Evil Village and talk about this demo and stuff like that, Persona. I get it. But the gaming gods was like, look, man, Persona, we want you to talk about this Xbox. I said, but gaming gods, I want to talk about gaming. I want to talk about video games. Nah. You're going to talk about this Xbox. I said, all right, you got it. We'll talk about the Xbox. That's fine. The gaming gods wish it, so it shall be done. Right? So the news came out today that Xbox Live Gold will be $59.99 for 6 months. I'll say it again. The Xbox Live Gold will be $59.99. Yo, Quanvo, what's up? $59.99 for 6 months. Oh shit, where's it at? Oh no, my sounds. Do any of my sounds work? Hold up.
It's all there.
Okay, yo, I was trying to set it up for the sound. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Hold on. I want to do it again now. Xbox Live Gold will be $59.99 for 6 months.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So what does that mean, right? So that means if you want to buy a year's worth of Xbox Live Gold, you are going to have to pay $120 for the entire year.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So what does that mean? Because there is no 1 year, there is no more 1 year or 12-month subscription cards or plans that you could do anymore with Xbox Live. Now they only have 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month, right? And yo, man, let's look at the. I want to look at the article. Let's look at the article. So yeah, it's gonna be 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month, right? And this is something that we kind of saw coming, just a little bit, just a tad bit, right? I know that there's been a lot of speculation, and we've seen a lot of the influencers. For those that don't know, the influencers, the yellow chair brigade, and these people that are neutral in the game, quote unquote neutral in the gaming community, but obviously prefer Xbox or pretend like they do on social media. I don't know. I don't know if Xbox is just paying them to act like this, which it might be true, or they really think and feel to act like this, right? But I know that there were a lot of influencers and journalists and things like that saying, oh, well, Xbox Live is, it's going to be free, right? Because Microsoft cares about the gamers. They care about the consumers, unlike PlayStation, who's still charging you for it. Xbox Live is going to be free, right? Because they're making enough money from Game Pass. Right? So because they're making enough money from Game Pass, there's no need to charge you for Xbox Live.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And as we all found out today, that is most certainly not true, right? EJ, what's good? Star Guardian, what is good, right? So let's look at the article real quick. Real quick. Relax, guys, real quick. Y'all know how I do. So there's an update on Xbox Live Gold. So since launching Xbox Live 18 years ago, we've been working to make it the most advanced multiplayer network available for the greatest community of gamers, and there are a lot of you. Millions of people come together on Xbox to play with their friends and discover great games. We invest in our community by strengthening the digital safety of our players, enabling new ways to share, communicate, and play with your friends, and deliver industry-leading reliability across the network. So a whole bunch of fluff, whatever. That's just a lot of bullshit you're just talking, right? So periodically, we assess the value and pricing of our services to reflect changes in regional marketplaces, and to continue to invest in the Xbox community. We'll be making price adjustments for Xbox Live Gold in select markets. In many markets, the price of Xbox Live Gold has not changed for years, and in some markets, it hasn't changed for over 10 years. So what does this mean for you? If you're an existing online 12-month or 6-month Live Gold member, there's no price change. If you choose to renew your membership, you will renew at your current price. The price of a 1-month membership is increasing $1, and the price of a 3-month membership is increasing by $5 in your local market. If you'd like to upgrade to Xbox Live Gold to if you would like to upgrade your Xbox Live Gold membership to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, your remaining gold time will also convert directly to Ultimate up to 36 months. For example, if you have 11 months of Xbox Live Gold now and you upgrade to an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, those 11 months convert to 11 months of Ultimate at no additional charge, right? So what does this mean? Members, and this part right here is very, very important. Right? Let me zoom in for you guys. Because, I like to give you, before I give my opinion, I like to read what we're talking about. Right? I like for us all to be in the know. Y'all know how I do. So members have already been notified in some regions. If you're in a region where prices are being adjusted, you will receive an email and a message sent to a notification over the next month letting you know what the new pricing is for your membership. Going forward, new pricing will be 1 month will be $10.99, 3 months will be $29.99, and 6 months will be $59.99. Yo, Rallo, what's good? Or your local market equivalent. You can always visit your account to manage your membership, blah, 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 whatever. Right? So I think we all know what parts stand out to us, to everybody here. What caused this hoopla all over social media today. It's that price hike for the 6 month and essentially getting rid of the 12 month. There is no 12 month. And we seen this last year where, there was talks of the 12-month membership being phased out. And then at some point it was already phased out or whatever, excuse me, whatever the case may be, right? So where people can only buy 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month, right? So for someone, right? So essentially, this is how I feel about it. When it comes to I'm only going to really focus on the 6 month because that 6 month is what's really got people like, whoa, like what's going on? $120 a year. When you look at that 6 months for $59.99, and then you look at your competition, and you look at what your competition is doing, I can't understand, for me, why Microsoft would think that this is the right move to get people into Game Pass. Because ultimately, let's be real here, guys. Ultimately, what Microsoft want is to funnel everyone into Game Pass. They want you in Game Pass. Albeit if it's just regular Game Pass or if the Ultimate, it doesn't matter. They want you inside Game Pass. And ultimately, Game Pass Ultimate. Because if you have just regular Game Pass, you still need, someone in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't get a gold membership. So say you're a new customer on Xbox, right? And you buy Game Pass. If you're trying to play a multiplayer-based game on Game Pass, you still need Xbox Live Gold, which you still need to pay for. So, in regards to that, where are you going to go? Because if you're paying $120, so if you're paying separately $120 for Game Pass and then for the year, and then $120 or so for Xbox Live Gold, that comes out to $240, as opposed to buying Ultimate, which bundles everything into one, where you have Game Pass for PC, Game Pass for console. Oh yeah, Corey. Oh, Corey, don't worry, we're gonna get to that. Yo, Corey, I'm setting it up, Corey. I got you. Trust me. We're going to talk about that because trust me, I'm going in on everybody. I got you. Trust me. I promise. Let me set the stage. Let me set it up. Yo, Blackbeard, what's good? Right? So essentially, that's $240 if you want to get Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold separate. And, you're trying to pay those separate prices. But then if you get Game Pass Ultimate, which has Game Pass for Xbox, Game Pass for PC, and Gold, that comes out to $180 a month. So it's in my mind, the way I see it, because this at the end of the day, this is all business. Businesses trying to make money, businesses trying to, and realistically, from the way I see it, right? And again, guys, this is my opinion. I know people are not going to agree. The way I see it is, this is force feeding. They're really trying to shove Game Pass down people's throats. I got a question on that price stuff too, Persona. Go ahead, ask your question, Rollo. They're really trying to shove this Game Pass stuff down people's throats. That's where they want everybody to be. That's where they want the bulk of the money to be. It's through Game Pass. Right? So when I see things like this, one, this is shady. Shady. Because when you look at the competition, right? Just to compare and contrast, right? When you look at the competition and you see what the competition is doing, because listen, regardless of what people want to say, it's Xbox versus PlayStation, right? And what one does, when you look at what one is doing, you would think the other would try to counteract with a lower price or try to be more friendly in that regard, right? When you look at PlayStation and you see what PlayStation is offering in terms of 1 year PS Plus for $60, right? Then you get you got the 1 year PS Plus, but then you got the over 800 of PS Now games for $60 for a year. That comes out to $120. How is that not a good deal? Right? You've had people all through social media for years and years and years. Matter of fact, let's just go just last year. People are saying, oh, well, Game Pass is a great deal because, you get 200 games and you get games day and date in the service and all this other stuff, right? But then when you look at the caliber and quality of games that's being put into the service, where is the deal? Right? It's like you go into a restaurant and they say, you spend $100, you spend $100 in the restaurant and, we'll give you a free keychain. Is that really worth spending $100 on, especially if the food isn't that great? That might be a bad example. I'm trying to think of a better one. You get what I'm saying, though, right? You go into Game Pass. You say, 200 games, new games, day and date, or whatever, which it sounds good, right? It sounds good, brand new titles, day and date in the service, right? For a lot of people will say, oh, well, that makes the price worth it, right? Or, but then you have to wonder, is the quality of games that's going in day and date good? Because when you look at Xbox lineup for this year, is it worth it? Looking at those games, is it worth it? Because let's be honest here, a lot of the games that's in the service, a lot of people on that side, and I know a lot of people are not going to like this, but a lot of people on that Xbox side, they don't care about those titles, man. It's shown through the way a lot of these people speak on these types of games, the way a lot of these people just don't play these types of games. It's just shown. And when you see something like, brand new games going in day and date, then you see, and not to knock some of these games, but you see like Scorn, Psychonauts, shit like this. Like, I mean, you seen the video that Barry did showing the 2021. Matter of fact, let's look for that, man. Let's look for that. Let me get that real quick. I want to get that real quick because I want to paint the picture. I want to paint the picture. I want to paint the picture for you guys. I want to paint the picture, right? So if you watch Barry's podcast, Speak from the Heart, we shown a lot of these games. And listen, some of these games are cool, right? Not saying that a lot of these games are bad, right? But when something that people have to understand, because when someone says that this game is when you look at the list, it doesn't look that appealing. It's not to say that, every game on the list is bad, but something that a lot of people fail to understand is when it comes to buying these consoles, when you buying these, spending $400, $500, $600, however many $100 on the consoles, that value has to be there. You have to have things there. Gamers like real shiny. You know, they like the AAA, the things that make the spectacles, right? For lack of a better term, they like the spectacle. They like the over the top. They want their console to have that meaning. So they want those titles on the console that really is going to push the console to its limits. They want games that's really going to be bigger, better, prettier looking. It's just a lot of different things that come with that, man. A lot of people want these types of titles. They want these types of titles on their console. And when you look at what what Xbox is offering, you don't see that. Regardless if a game is coming day and date, you still don't see it. You know, we went through a lot of these games, and again, some of these games are great. They're games that I would buy and play. Right? Some of these games I would pick up and play. Honestly, you know, I'm not going to take from that. But then when you look at what PlayStation is offering, right? And you know, you got a lot of people. Well, let me not get ahead of myself. When you look at what PlayStation is offering, and you look at the value there, it makes what Xbox is doing extremely obsolete, especially when you see the $60 price tag, the $60 price for Xbox Live, as opposed to what PlayStation is offering for less, or offering more for that same price. And then you're also getting some of the best games, exclusives. Then you look at the Game Pass and PS Now side of it, and you look at what's being offered on both sides, and for the same for less, PlayStation Now is offering more to the gamer and the consumer, especially the ones that love to play these old games and all this other bullshit. A lot of the games that's going into Game Pass, PS Now already has them. Then you also got the PS4 exclusives. Then you look at PS Now. You look at PS Plus for $60 for the year, and you also get that PS Plus collection if you're on PS5, where you get 20 of the best PlayStation hits from PS4 for free. Always, like they never go away, for free. And I'm sure they'll add to that at some point, or, you know, switch out games or whatever they're going to do. But then you also get the PS Now portion of it, where, again, $60 for the year, and you're getting 800 plus games, including the PlayStation 4 exclusives that's on there. And PS4 games, period. Third party, first party, all that stuff. You're getting all of that. Yo, Omar, what's up? You're getting all of that, all for $120 a year. That is a good deal. That is worth investing in. And then when you look at PlayStation 5, because here's the problem. And honestly, and I want us to have this conversation. Yo, David, what's good? I want to have this conversation, because here's the problem. And this is really more so an Xbox problem, right? When you look at what Xbox is offering, or what Xbox has offered, and the lack thereof of a lot of those offerings, or how lackluster a lot of those offerings have been, you look at what Microsoft does with this, and you wonder the audacity. Because the game offerings are not there. But then you see shit like this, 6 months for $59.99, and you really have to wonder. And listen, this isn't a PlayStation versus, this ain't no fanboy shit. Like, as a legit gamer, as a legit consumer, like, you have to sit there and really wonder, where is the value in this? I'm paying all this money for what? Because people keep saying, you keep seeing people that say, oh, well, you know, day and date, new exclusives, the best games, all this other stuff. But we still are not seeing that. So you have to really sit there and you have to look. On PlayStation, if you want to play Fortnite, you don't need PlayStation Plus. If you do want to play Fortnite on Xbox, you need to pay either $10.99, $29.99, or $59.99, or $120 for the year just to play a free-to-play game. Where's the value in that? Then go into Warzone, Fortnite, Warzone, all those really popular free-to-play games. Then go into the paid aspect of it when it comes to games that you pay for to play online for. And PlayStation has those same games, but then also has their own exclusives and all this other stuff. And again, you're looking at the price and you're wondering, why would I pay for this? Why would I pay for this when I'm paying, like, you're paying more for much less? And I hate these people I hate when I see people say, oh, well, the day, Game Pass is great because day and date. What? Day and date 2021 list like this with Adios, Artful Escape, The Ascent, The Big Con, Crossfire X, Echo Generations, Exo Mecha, Exo 1, Gunk, Halo Infinite. Okay, I'll give you that. But after what we seen last year, do you really have faith in that? Are you not worried? Because I am legit. After seeing what we saw last year, and after all the shit that we saw with Cyberpunk, and we seen Halo prior to Cyberpunk and the pop-ins and the issues that was there. And Halo is being made for those old last-gen generations and next-gen. So I would be worried about Halo too. The last stop, like a lot of these games, the medium, like, and a lot of these games, it's like, this is the value? Because then you look at you look at the PlayStation's listings and you say, Kena Bridge of Spirits, I'd pay $40 for that. Returnal, I would pay full price $70 for that. Gunk is interesting. Blackbeard, it is. I'm not taking away from it, but then when you look at what the competition has, it doesn't stack up. Some of those games on this list are very interesting, but they don't stack up. And for me personally, they're not a selling point for Game Pass. You see Returnal, you see Ratchet and Clank, you see Miles Morales, you see Demon Souls, you see God of War, you see Horizon, you see Deathloop, you see all these different games, right? And all these games are full price, $70. And you sit there and you really wonder, is it really effective for me to really just be this invested in Game Pass when the competition has much more? And granted, I have to pay more, but with what I'm getting, it's worth it. That's what people fail to understand. When you see a lot of these people in podcasts and on social media say, oh, well, Game Pass is great because you get, all these games day and date. But how great are the games releasing day and date? That's the selling point here. How great are the games releasing that are day and date? And how do they stack up against the competition? That's how this should really go. Because regardless of what Phil Spencer says, what Microsoft says, what anybody says, PlayStation is your competition. And PlayStation offerings are miles ahead of this. This is, quite frankly, ass backwards what Microsoft is doing. They're forcing you to go into Game Pass. And is that not anti-consumer, ladies and gentlemen? Yo, Jim Ryan, talk to them, my boy.
Enough from me. We're going to have the games do our talking.
Listen, man. That's what this is. Nintendo as well, but Nintendo give me a headache, man. Nintendo gives me a headache. Yo, Sick Humor in the building. Shout out to my boy Sick. Shout out to my boy Sick. Right? So then that's one side of it, right? But listen, I want to go a step further. Because now we're going to have the real conversation. Right? And I'm going to ask you guys a serious question. And I want you guys to answer it seriously. Right? I said this earlier on Twitter. I asked a question. I like to ask questions. You know, my mama and my grandmama, you know, my parents, they taught me to always ask questions. If you want an answer, you got to ask a question. Right? You got to ask questions. Now, here's my question. And I asked this earlier on Twitter. Let me find it. Hold on, guys. Relax. I got y'all. Let me find it, man. I asked a question where I said, look, I gotta know. Let me find it. I gotta know, guys. Here we go. Question of the day. Right? Question of the day. Oh, we starting. Yo, Sick, Stealth, what's good, man? We starting. Because what my boy say?
Care about.
Go again.
Those motherfuckers don't care about me.
No, they do not.
Those.
No, they do not. The question of the day, because immediately as soon as I saw the news, I had to ask the question. Which is more anti-consumer, quote unquote? You know how people love throwing that word around on Twitter. If there's 3 words that people love to throw around on Twitter, it's toxic, anti-consumer, and neutral. I'm a neutral. Those are like 3 things that, I'm a neutral. I'm someone that loves everything. Those are 3 words that people love to throw around Twitter. So, question of the day. Which is more, quote unquote, anti-consumer? Paying $120 for Xbox Live Gold or paying $70, $10 increase for games? Because remember, guys, and I was going to post this on Twitter, but I said, you know what? I'm going to save this for a conversation to talk about on the podcast. Because let's talk about it. When the $70 increase for games, and granted, this is one thing, and this is why people are so funny, right? Because when the $70 increase happened, it didn't start with PlayStation. But a lot of people like to associate the $70 increase for games with PlayStation. They associate that with PlayStation despite the $70 increase for games being across the board. So the way they try to level the playing field is to say, oh, well, Game Pass is better because I'm not paying $70 for games, unlike PlayStation, right? They like to associate that $70 increase of games to PlayStation because in their mind and in their argument, it gives them a quote-unquote leg up. But in reality, there is no leg up because you still ain't playing shit and you ain't getting no quality from Game Pass. Realistically, when you look at the games that's coming, right? So I asked the question and I said choose wisely because in my mind, and I think in a lot of people's minds, and this is something that people just haven't understood, right? This is something that people need to understand about gamers and about consumers. Not these Twitter gaming activists that's trying to, games need to be 60s. Not them, right? I'm talking about the real world. I'm talking about people in the real world that to this day are fighting tooth and nail to get a PlayStation 5. I'm talking about people to this day that are buying a PlayStation 5 despite having to pay $70 for games, despite PlayStation 5 having the biggest launch in console history, despite the console still continuously being sold out and people still struggling to buy it. Because in the real world, people don't mind spending $70 for games when the games are quality, good, and people highly anticipate it and want to play. That's the thing that people fail to understand. And I think people in this Twitter bubble, they're so jacked into Twitter That they don't realize that the real world doesn't give a fuck about Game Pass. The real world doesn't give a damn about that. They care about good games. Right? So when you get something like Demon Souls, highly anticipated, beloved franchise, coming out for $70, people will buy it. You get games like Returnal, brand new IP, very different. Gamers going above and beyond, not gamers, developers at Housemarque going above and beyond to create something that's outside of their comfort zone and trying to evolve as a development studio, and PlayStation putting money behind that, and you see the type of game that's being created and how beautiful it looks and what they're putting into it, people will pay $70 for that. When you see God of War, a beloved franchise since PlayStation 2, you see God of War Ragnarok being the follow-up game of the 2018 God of War game, which is one of the best-selling PlayStation games to date, broke records, one of the most beloved games to date, coming out with a new game on PlayStation 5 for $70, people will play it. When people see Ratchet and Clank, A Rift Apart, defying game development, instantaneous level loading, right? Putting developmental tools and creativity behind this game, people will pay $70 for the game. Because someone's not walking in the store and saying, oh, well, I want this game, I wish it wasn't $70. People aren't walking in the store and saying, oh, I want this game, but it should have been on Game Pass or PS Now. No, people are walking into the stores and saying, oh my God, the new God of War is coming out. Yes, I'm going to pre-order that. Oh my God, the new Horizon is coming out. I can't wait to play that. Yes, take my money. Oh my God, the new Ratchet and Clank is coming out. I can't wait to play that. Take my money. Oh my God, this new IP called Returnal is coming out and it looks really interesting. I want it. Take my money. That's what the world does. Because if people really felt that strongly about that $70 increase, they wouldn't, no one would be buying a PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5 wouldn't be breaking records. PlayStation 5 wouldn't be sold out. Because they would have said, oh, well, PlayStation needs to put their games into PS Now day and date. No one's saying that on PlayStation. You know why? You know why? Because PlayStation games sell. PlayStation games sell and break records and get awards. Hello, Last of Us Part 2. Hello, Ghost of Tsushima. These games sell. So because these games sell, there's no need for PlayStation to finagle feng shui and be shiesty to get people into a service that people don't really care about or want anyway. Because people will buy the games. This is why third-party developers are going to PlayStation and doing business with PlayStation, because people will buy the games on PlayStation. You know why? Because there isn't any rhetoric being pushed out on PlayStation that games need to be in a subscription-based service for $10, $15 a month. No, people will buy the games. PlayStation's not going out spending $7.5 billion on a development studio or a company, an entire company, for games to be in a service so people will get into the service. That's ass backwards. We're going to get to that $7.5 billion. We're going to touch on that, trust me. No, PlayStation can spend $250 million or $225 million on a developer like Insomniac and have Insomniac put out 3 highly anticipated games and break records. PlayStation can do business with second and third party developers that will make games exclusively for the PlayStation 5 and break records. Because people will go out and buy the games. But then you look on the other side and you see, oh, I have to spend $120. See, and this is where people don't understand. Yo, Jamar, what's good? This is what people don't. Yo, Captain Thug Nasty, what's good? This is the side of it that people don't understand, right? Because, you know, so say let's use Ratchet and Clank, God of War, and Horizon. Those are 3 highly anticipated games that a lot of people want to play, and those games are definitely slated to do some really, really big numbers. We know those games are going to sell, right? But then So if the game is $70 a pop, 7 times 3 is what? 21. So that's $210, right? To somebody that can't wait to play these games, that 210 psychologically doesn't bother them. Because these are highly anticipated games. They can't wait. Ooh, pretty shiny. It doesn't matter. It doesn't bother them psychologically. But then you look at the Xbox side. And listen, a lot of people are going to hear this and say, oh, Persona, you're not making no sense. I don't know about that, Persona, blah, blah, blah. Hear me out, because it's going to make sense. Then you go to the other side. And say someone just does the Ultimate, right? Ultimate is 180, right? So someone buys Game Pass Ultimate for 180, right? And they buy the Game Pass. They buy the Game Pass Ultimate for 180. I just lost my train of thought. Wow. Okay. So they buy the Game Pass Ultimate for 180, but a lot of the stuff in there, they're not really trying to play. And then the games that they want to play, they still have to buy because those games aren't in Game Pass. Where's the deal? In their mind, it's like, damn, why the fuck am I paying for Game Pass again? Why the fuck am I paying for this? Right? Because psychologically, when they think about it, they're like, I'm not really playing a lot of these games in Game Pass. They don't really impress me. I'm not really spending much time on them. But then I want to play this, and this, but I still got to pay full price. Or they look at the other side and they say, well, shit, I could just get on PlayStation and play this and still be able to play this, and this. Because, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Fortnite, Warzone for free, not have to pay for online, and still spend less than being on Xbox. Because so say you got a kid or somebody that plays Warzone and Fortnite, and then occasionally buys one or two games that, so say they, buy Horizon and Ragnarok. Horizon's Forbidden West and God of War Ragnarok. They're still paying less than subscribing to Game Pass. Understand that, because realistically, a lot of people out here, they're not buying a whole bunch of everything. People's not buying every single game that comes out. So Fortnite is one of the most popular games in gaming right now. So chances are a lot of people playing Fortnite, and then Warzone is another game that's super popular out here, right? If PlayStation allows you to play that for free without even investing in PlayStation Plus, but then you also getting the added benefits of playing God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Ratchet and Clank, Returnal, Resident Evil Village, all these other games, and just spend that $70, you're still spending less than if you subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate. Because if the kid plays Fortnite and Warzone, he still needs to have that online, which the Xbox Live Gold, which if he's going to subscribe it to anything, it would be the Ultimate because that's the cheapest option. Why not? But then you have to circle back to the question, which is more anti-consumer? Paying $120 for Xbox Live Gold or paying $70 for games? When you do the math and break it down, we all know which one is more anti-consumer. But see, there's another side to this. There is. There's another side to this, guys. And I thought about it today, too, because Microsoft's being really aggressive with this. This is a very, very, very aggressive move, right? So I said something else on Twitter. Listen, we going to talk today, guys. We going to talk. Because remember when I said a while back during the Bethesda deal, Remember what I said a while back. What did I say? I said, good on Xbox. They bought Bethesda. That's a power move. I respect that. That's a power move. But $7.5 billion, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lot of money, especially for a game company. Even with Minecraft, they only spent $2 billion. $7.5 billion. Do people understand how much money that? And I hate seeing people. Microsoft is worth 900 billion, so 7.5 billion is nothing. Listen, you people seriously don't understand how business works, right? That's one. Two, I don't care if this is a $1 trillion company. 7.5 billion is a big purchase. That's a big purchase, right? And so when that news first broke, I had said, David said, Episode, where are the news outlets, IGN, and I don't know what CO is. Let me know what CO is, David. Hey, man, they mum is the word. Mum is the word, David. You already know, man. They ain't hiding. So, $7.5 billion, that's a big purchase. Yo, Social Joins, what's good, man? David Frost, what's good? Oh, company. And company. I'm so slow. I thought you meant a different website. Yo, man, they quiet out here, man. So $7.5 billion, that's a big purchase for anybody. That's a big purchase, and realistically, that's a big gamble, right? And I said a while when we were talking about, when that Bethesda news was all the rage, right? I said someone's going to, I said this on my own podcast. I said this on Barry's podcast. I said this on Sick Humor's podcast. I said Microsoft is going to foot the bill, but realistically, gamers is paying for that. Gamers is footing that bill. Realistically, when you pull the veil back, gamers is footing that bill. Because when you look at game sales, and they trying to push everybody into Game Pass, people not really buying games on Xbox, and all these just different things. So somebody's footing that bill. Someone's gonna pay that bill. It ain't gonna be Microsoft. Yeah, they'll put the money out there right away, but they gonna get that back. One way or another, they gonna get that back. How you think they getting that back? I'll wait. You see the shit they doing. 6 months for Xbox Live Gold for $59.99, $120 for the year. Trying to funnel everybody into Game Pass, and not just Game Pass regular, Game Pass Ultimate. So you're not paying $120 for Game Pass, you're paying $180 because it's also got the Xbox Live bundled into it. $180 a year for games that you don't want to play, games you don't give a shit about. Who's footing that bill? Oh, and hold on. If you think the price of Game Pass is not going to go up, I got an email like last month and the month before that my Netflix is now almost $20 a month. So if you think that Game Pass price is not going up, especially with doing new games day and date into the service, who's sustaining that? What did I say to you guys? Sustainability. How can Game Pass be sustained off of $10 a month? Exactly. Netflix used to be $7.99. How can it be sustained? These are the questions. Who's footing that $7.5 million bill? Who's paying for that? You are. Xbox gamer, you're paying for that. People are glowing. Oh well, the Game Pass. Now we got 23 studios. This is a power move. Yeah, it's a power move. I agree. But you gonna get a bill in the mail. Like, hey, bro, 7.5 billion coming due soon. You got to pay up. This is your bill in the mail moment. Yo ass being funneled into Game Pass. So now, and the crazy thing, it becomes psychological, because now someone's looking at it and they'll say, it's like, all right, so you ever went to the movie theater, right? And at the movie theater concession stand, you get the popcorn and you get a medium drink. You get a medium popcorn and a medium drink, right? And that's, say that's like $15, because, shit, movie theater food be expensive as hell and a lot of that shit be nasty. So, it's $15, right? They'll say, oh, you wanna, you can make your, because the guy used to, my very first job in my life when I was 17 was working at a movie theater, and I worked at the concession stand. So I know these tactics, right? So, someone to come up and they'll say, oh, hi, him and his girl, hey, can I get a medium popcorn and drink? Okay, that'll be $15.99. All right, cool, here you go. And then it'd be like, oh, you can make your drink, you can make your popcorn and drink a large for just $1.50 more, or for just $2 more. And, a lot of them, they'll think, and, they'll look at their girl and be like, yeah, baby, you want a large? Oh, yeah, babe, we can get a large. Yeah, let's do it. All right, yeah, let's get the large for $2, right? For $2. So, you think in your mind, $2 is nothing, right? But then 2 times 10 is what? 20. 2 times 20 times 50 is what? 100. If someone, so let's say 1,000 people, go into the theater, right? On a Saturday, thousands, let's say 1,500, right? So $2 times 1,500 people is what? That's $3,000, right? So that's $3,000. Keep that number in mind, $3,000, right? So the medium popcorn and drink is $15.99, right? So then times 1,500 people, right? That's $23,000 just off of that. But then let's add the 3,000. They just made $26,000 off of 1,500 people. Just by upselling them the $2. It adds up. That shit adds up. So again, with this whole Bethesda deal, yeah, it was great. They got 23 studios. What did PlayStation say, right? I love something that Jim Ryan said. He said, we want to, during the CES presentation, he said, we're committed to building studios organically and acquiring studios. Building, I think he said building studios organically and then acquiring the best studios that we see fit. Right? That we see fit. That's important. Because it's not again, this goes back to something. It's not about having the most studios. It's not. It's about having the best studios. Last of Us 2 won 256 Game Awards. It's one studio. I'm sure it's sold 10+ million already. Miles Morales sold well. Demon's Souls. And these people paying top dollar. $60, $70. If you're buying the deluxe edition, $80. People are paying. And again, it goes back to people will pay top dollar for something that's worth paying top dollar for. So then this goes to my next question. Can Microsoft really afford to keep games only in Game Pass and on PC? Do you think that's enough to really recoup the cost of making the games if they're making AAA titles? Now, one of two things is going to happen here. Less AAA titles and more smaller titles, which we're seeing, or they're going to ramp up on AAA titles. Because realistically, when you look at this year's list, it's ass. It's abysmal. It's ass. It's double A, single A, indies, and it's not really a whole lot of triple A presence there. And then when you look at some of the indies, it's not magical enough. It just doesn't stand out. You get what I mean? You look at Kena, you look at Little Devil Inside, you look at Solar Ash and all these other games. These games stand out. Yo, Eric the Beard, what's good? And these Xbots still believe greedy ass Microsoft is going to keep AAA Starfield, Elder Scrolls, Doom away from 10 million plus possible PS Plus Nintendo users willing to pay 70. This is what I'm saying, Eric. This is what I'm saying. Can they afford to do that? And take the they're worth 600 billion out of your mind, okay? Because Microsoft that 600 billion isn't built off the back of Xbox. That 600 billion is built off the back of the OS. Realistically, the OS, Windows. So and this is a legit valid question. Oh, but then let's go to the fun part. This one made me laugh, right? Because again, gamers speak with their money. So this was trending all day today, right? PlayStation. It's funny how PlayStation is trending off of a Microsoft news. It's very funny. PlayStation. So with Microsoft's announcement that it was increasing the price of Xbox Live Gold, frustrated gamers are threatening to transition to PlayStation Plus. Now, you have to ask yourself this question. If Game Pass is so great, why would someone leave? If Game Pass is as good as people claim it is, why leave? Why threaten to transition? Why transition? Because Game Pass should be enough to keep you, right? So they say. So they say. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not enough. It's not enough. Listen, man. I'm about to open up the chat. I want to hear y'all thoughts, man. I want to hear y'all thoughts. I want to hear what people got to say. I am in the Speak from the Heart chat. Join the conversation. Join the conversation. I want to hear y'all thoughts, man. Come through. I want to hear y'all thoughts. Because listen, the way things are looking right now, and listen, it's very early in the generation. Very, very early in the generation. But I got to be honest. It seems like Microsoft is just handing PlayStation the win of this generation. And let's be honest, PlayStation is already winning. Right? The games that are on their way is there. Like it's there. So PlayStation's already winning. But any momentum that Microsoft has had is slowly drifting away with the stupid decisions that they're making. Can we all agree there? I think we all could. Yo, Star Guardian, what's up, man? I see Star Guardian here, but I think he's muted. You muted Star Guardian.
Yo, I am good. What is good? What is
Hey,
good, people? What is good?
Star Guardian sick. What's good, fellas? Listen, man. Sick. Sick. I want your thoughts, man, because we've talked about this a lot. We've talked about this a lot, especially when we were talking about the Bethesda thing. Someone was gonna foot that bill.
Oh man, let me just let you know, man. Microsoft is the greatest company in the world, and the
Facts.
things that they do are just so pro-consumer.
100%.
I feel like they're doing a service to the community. I mean, maybe they should jump out in front of this. You know what I mean? Before the press takes this away. I mean, I just think that Microsoft is misunderstood. I mean, they've been offering the greatest games this generation.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
just look at it. I mean, what game has PlayStation got that can do anything with the Falconeer? I mean, that is like
I agree.
the most next gen game ever, bro.
Bro, I'm be honest with you. I can't wait for Scorn. You feel me? I bought an Xbox specifically for Scorn.
Alien dicks. Hey, I feel you. I feel you, bro. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, Xbox is just such a pro-consumer company, man. Like,
100%.
I mean, PlayStation. I mean, maybe they should create a PlayStation Platinum. So we can start paying for shit that we shouldn't pay for. If I see one more you dumb motherfuckers talking about PlayStation Plus should be merged with PS Now, if y'all don't shut the fuck up, at some point somebody got to tell you to stop with the stupid shit, bro.
Yeah.
We don't need them to merge services. If you got PS Now, your online is entirely free. It's not, there's no hidden fee in there for you to have to do it. Stop telling them that they should charge you for something that they shouldn't charge you for. Second of all, a lot of y'all told me y'all don't even pay for PlayStation Plus. So why would y'all want them to merge PlayStation Plus with PlayStation Now?
Mm-hmm.
You don't even use it.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally a cheap mentality. But I just want to say this to Persona.
Mhm.
You asked a question. What if Game Pass is so good, why are people willing to leave? Let me ask you a better question.
Mhm.
If Game Pass is so good, why the fuck does Xbox feel the need to double the price of gold so that they push people to Game Pass? This move is solely purpose, it's just so people can either go to Game Pass or just go to PC.
Well, not only that, but it's like I said, that $7.5 billion Bethesda purchase, that was a very deep purchase. Someone's gonna have to
money.
Someone's gonna have to make the money there, because between the Bethesda acquisition money and then doing these deals to get games into Game Pass, you are spending more. I feel you are spending more money than what's coming in. When you look at the optics, it's the foresight, it's the optics.
They're fucking themselves up
Their
a whole
budget
lot more
was-
often than they are. They're fucking themselves up way too fast. It's crazy. You see
Their
this
budget
shit. You
was
see
blown when it
It's
came
crazy.
to
Blown.
What'd you say, Sick?
What I don't understand is how did they fuck themselves up so badly? Like, even a child could have seen this coming as a bad move for Microsoft. To be honest, I was not surprised. This is the exact reason why I started being on the internet in the first place. Because Microsoft created Pay for Online and the fucking PlayStation followed with.
What was you gonna say, Sick?
Oh, their budget was blown when they made that Bethesda purchase. I mean, how much do you guys think Xbox bring in to be shelling out 7.5 billion?
Well, I'm curious to see what is the overall budget for Xbox division? Is it 20 million? Is it 50 billion? What's that budget look like? Because
Put it this way.
it looks. Go ahead.
Think about it. PlayStation bought Insomniac. They got what, 2 games already?
Yeah.
That's releasing after the purchase.
Mhm.
Xbox bought these other studios. I'm not talking about Bethesda. I'm talking about the Obsidians. I'm talking about the the initiatives that they put together and the other ones,
mhm,
and we still haven't seen a single fucking game from either one of them.
We still
that's
know.
a much
We
bigger
still.
issue.
It's funny too because they, as much as people like to shit on Returnal, we still know nothing about Hellblade 2, and they showed that almost a year ago.
Yep.
We
And-
still
and-
know nothing, and they haven't shown us anything since.
Right. Now,
And then
think about it, though.
this Project Mara apartment room bullshit, you still ain't showing us, like, you're not doing nothing. Like, what are you doing here?
Hey man, they're appeasing the fans, man. It's the trickle down effect. It's the trickle down effect.
Trickle down of what though?
The trickle down of potential games, possibilities.
But what about? But that's my thing. What about the here and now, right? Because people for like 3-4 years now, we've been hearing games are coming. We don't want to show things that's not ready yet. Games are coming, and then every year it's that same rhetoric, but the years are pushed back further. Now you got Phil Spencer talking about 3 to 10 years, and I'm like, my man's. Let's talk about 3 years ago. Like, is that retroactive? Because we ain't been seeing shit for 3 years.
Retroactive.
No, you can talk about 7 years ago. We haven't seen anything since then anyway.
Facts.
Well, all you had was Rise, and that was probably the best game you had at the launch.
They had at the beginning of the Xbox gen, they had some solid titles. It began to fall off once Game Pass got introduced.
What were those solid titles?
Was
it The Dead Rising?
I didn't play Dead Rising, so I can't speak to it.
I'll
say they were putting out more games because they had Rise, they had Recore, they had Halo 5, and they had Quantum Break, and all these different games that were coming out. Gears.
How many of those came from a PlayStation studio? I'm sorry, an Xbox studio.
Shit. Recore. Didn't Recore come from Xbox Studio?
No. Asobo made Recore.
Shit. I think just Gears and Halo.
Record was made.
No, Quantum Break. No, Quantum Break was made by Remedy.
That was made by Remedy. Yep.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
I guess Halo and Gears. I guess, yeah.
That shit looking a little different now, huh?
I mean,
You
yeah.
see people defending this shit, which is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, how do you do that? After
Is it
all
safe
the
to come in here, man?
Not really.
Yo, Thug,
It's
what's
safe, man.
Yo, Thug, what's up?
I don't know, man. You just been going at it against these PC niggas, man. It's just like every
nah,
time
nah,
I
nah.
respond to one of your tweets, it's like, shut up, nigga.
Nah, PC. Nah. I just, PC. Nah, not the PC gamer. Like, PC gamers are cool. It's these elitists that be running around Twitter as salesmen trying to sell you a goddamn
I've been
PC.
trying to tell you, look, nigga, I'm Swede, okay?
You good, Thug? You know you
They
good over
like
here.
ex-console niggas is what they are.
That's what they are,
Yeah.
bro. For real.
Console niggas that want to, argue with other console niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I
But,
ain't never see the king come out the palace arguing with a peasant about what his ruling is supposed to be like.
Okay, because I was hoping that Destiny post that I sent back to you made some sense to you, man, because you complained about that. And I was like,
Yeah. No, I saw it. I mean, Destiny's so close to my heart, and they breaking my heart, man, with this bullshit they doing.
Well, they haven't changed.
Don't
They
worry,
break-
they'll be
doing
on
shit.
Microsoft soon. They got the Microsoft stench all over them again.
Jesus.
I don't see it happen, man.
I got a
was
question
just
for y'all. Oh, go ahead, Thug. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I just wanted to comment on that.
Yeah,
that acquisition, and why we haven't seen shit from them. And it basically predicates strictly off of what 16 months said. We're not seeing shit from the fucking studios because don't you think $7.5 billion, especially if it came from your own goddamn division, would inevitably pull resources from said studios that you acquired and have underneath your belt?
Mm-hmm.
Think
Well,
about
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's regardless of how much Microsoft is worth. That's a lot of money to anybody. That's a lot of money to Apple. That's
Yeah,
a lot. That's
exactly.
just a lot of
Exactly.
money.
No.
Exactly.
I think
Because
y'all forgetting the fact that Microsoft just like to waste money according to the fans.
Yeah, and for some reason they seem to think Xbox money is Microsoft money. Microsoft money is Xbox money. It's like, no, those motherfuckers, they're going to have to make that up some way or another.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, the way that it looks like is that they suck ass at this point. They've sucked ass for quite a while, and their ass sucking has spilled over into the mainstream to where the mainstream consumers know that they suck ass.
But-
So therefore, I'm thinking
What the fuck? Hold
Yeah.
on.
that
Hold on. We are not letting this man get away.
Yeah, that was a little over the top there. Man.
What are you talking about?
I think you're talking about the
Hey.
bootlicking.
No, I'm
I
talking
get
about.
what he's saying. I'm just.
I'm talking about Xbox generally being a massive pile of hairy ass cheeks, bro.
Mhm.
Basically, everybody knows it now. The
How-
popularity from last generation, well, not from the Xbox One generation, the popularity that they had with the Xbox 360 generation did not necessarily carry over to the Xbox One generation the well that they hoped it would, and they hurt their reputation going into this generation. And again, it spilled over into mainstream. Now, what I was thinking is that possibly this Bethesda acquisition might actually bring more value to the brand if they decide to sell it all.
For some reason, I don't see Microsoft selling off the Xbox brand.
They should.
They
The
need
thing
to.
is that CEO Satya Nadella brought that up when he was asked the question if it was ever a possibility, and he made a point to put it in the similar basis of what they did to Mixer.
Mm,
You get what I'm saying?
mm.
It wouldn't be nothing for Microsoft to drop Xbox.
How can
Idiots
they
that-
have not
Go ahead. My bad. I cut you off.
thanks? No problem. How can they have not seen the backlash coming? Or do they simply don't care about the backlash?
They don't care. They don't
And
care.
think
That was
about this as
obviously-
well.
yeah, they don't give a
Think
damn.
about
They
this
don't
as
give a
well, guys. If Microsoft happens to drop Xbox, says, this is the last console, we're basically done with you guys. You guys have not been, keeping up, in terms of what we gauged you as and what we were hoping to get out of you. They're still tied to the fucking servers.
But
The
this
Azure
was
Cloud,
literally-
the Azure Cloud is what makes the money for Microsoft.
And
So,
and
it's not like
their
Xbox.
OS.
Yeah, so it's not like Xbox is going to leave the server.
this was literally calculated in the sense of they removed the yearly the capability of buying the yearly to force you to pay the one that is more expensive.
I don't know. I think that this is their last generation. If they
I
don't,
don't even care anymore. All I'm saying is bring back fucking Sega. There we go.
Yeah, and it is to a point. You actually hit the nail on the head. The Harborough, if I'm saying your name right. That people don't care anymore. They like the interest in Xbox is at an all-time fucking low, and they just released a brand new console. Think about that. I was not
Just
fucking
put in an
kidding when I
Xbox?
put that in. Well, look, I wasn't kidding when I put that out there into the chat. Like, hey, this console is underperforming compared to the Xbox One when it released. And the Xbox One just barely happened to outperform the Xbox 360. So that means that both these two consoles, the Series X and the Series S, are selling at the same pace of the 360 or close to it or around that ballpark. You get what I'm saying? Whereas the PS5 is the fastest selling console, and that's during this is during the fucking pandemic where everything is being bought offline.
You still can't
And
buy
I
a PlayStation
and
5.
nobody
Exactly. So what do you think's going to happen when this shit's over with and these consoles are back in brick and mortar? It's going to be a goddamn slaughter.
But it already is a slaughter because PlayStation. I mean I need one. I still can't find one, and if PlayStation was able to pump as much console as they could, then they would be at double the amount of sales, if not triple.
This will be a no contest.
Mm-hmm.
Quite simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're actually looking at a situation where
You guys, what are you
pandemic
guys
and online
talking
buying
about,
is
bro?
helping one over the other. What I generally was talking about was the whole Bethesda acquisition shit. You know what I mean?
So
In terms of its effect, in terms of how it could possibly go.
yeah.
Look,
You get what I'm
you
saying?
still
Like,
you still love Xbox? I love Xbox.
I don't know. No, I don't. I never did like Xbox, nigga.
Let me ask y'all a question. So seeing this price increase and it's going to 120. I keep seeing people say, "Oh well, PlayStation's going to do the same thing."
Yeah, I'm actually
And
expecting-
my whole thing is, you know this is wrong. So instead of you speaking out against it, you're like, "Oh well, PlayStation's going to do the same thing," or you hope PlayStation do the same. You don't make no sense. If PlayStation is smart, they would. I would be like, hey, look, I would be rubbing this shit in people's face like, hey, look, you get 1 for 120, you getting all this. We ain't really trying to play games.
I truly believe they're gonna follow through with it as well because it's PlayStation. There is already one.
You think PlayStation's gonna make their PS Plus 120 a year?
I mean, they already put the games on PC. What do you think?
Dude, that's
Nah, man. Nah. What you smoking out there, car, bro?
Ace, you talking the talk right now,
I have been saying this for years now. They're
That's
gonna
not the
put the
same
games
thing,
on
man.
PC.
Chill.
Oh my,
No,
what?
no, wait
Listen,
a
man.
second. Hold on a second. I have been saying this for years now. I was one of the few people that actually called it. The PlayStation is gonna follow through and put their games on PC. And everybody look at me like I'm some fucking stupid idiot that doesn't know what I'm talking about.
But
Listen, man, I ain't looking at you like you're a stupid idiot. But I am looking at you sideways, nigga, because they've only released a very few games on goddamn PC. See, the thing that you seem to forget is that Microsoft has a separate team that actually ports over games. Like when they are developing a game over there at Xbox, they're developing a game for console and they are developing a game for PC simultaneously. There is a dedicated team that does that. Sony has not invested in a separate team to do that. If they fucking decide to do that, they send their game to an outsourced third party, like they did with Horizon. Don't get it twisted, my nigga. Don't get it twisted, my nigga. You're not going to see all goddamn games releasing on motherfucking PC tomorrow, nigga, okay? Chill the fuck out with that.
For fuck's sake, all you need to look at is fucking Gorilla Games.
Please say Horizon. Please say Horizon. Please say Horizon. I want you to say Horizon, man.
Lord,
come on, say it.
They literally fixing the fucking PC.
Hey, guess man.
I just think they do 5 people are waiting for the...
Nigga, so, God of War ain't on PC. Nigga, the thing is you letting these motherfuckers get to you, dude. Like, you have literally...
Yo, I told Omar.
Space in your goddamn
I told
went to a
Omar.
goddamn stove. I accidentally channeled my inner OBJ, man.
I told Omar to stop listening to them VGP dudes over there, man.
I swear to God, nigga,
he be letting FC Violent and them cloud his mind and have him thinking that bullshit. I'm like, yo, Omar, what the hell you talking about, man? You gotta stop listening. Yo, when you on that podcast, you gotta stay at your ground, because FC and them niggas, they don't know nothing. You saw what happened the last time I was there, dude. Gonna talk about Persona 5 graphically don't look good. Like, nigga, what game are you playing?
Hold a fucking minute. Everything I say has nothing to do with VGP. Everything that I've been saying is before the VGP even started, before I joined VGP. Go back to the point where I was literally talking with, what's his name? BitCloud Gaming and others on the podcast, on multiple podcasts, and I said it. PlayStation is gonna put their games on PC, and everybody look at me that
with what manpower? With what manpower, nigga? Did you just let what I just told you fly over your motherfucking head? You didn't decide to reach up and grab it?
You said that's not the same thing.
Hold on.
Microsoft has a dedicated team to bring their games over to PC simultaneously when said game releases. Sony does not have that same team. They outsource those games to third-party developers to port said game over to PC.
And look how dog shit Horizon Zero Dawn was on PC. To the point where literally...
So wait a second. So because Horizon went to PC... So wait, so Omar, because Horizon went to PC, that means that PS Plus is gonna be $120 a year? How did the two correlate?
No, what I'm saying is PlayStation is always known to follow
Why?
Microsoft.
Why do
literally
we not
follow-
keep this same energy though, Ace? Why are you not saying? I know for sure that Xbox is gonna have everything free to play. That's actually free to play. Why is it only PlayStation is gonna follow what Xbox does?
And you
Because
think
they
about
already, because they literally
Sick. Let me
because
enlighten
they
him even
No, 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 no.
further.
Hold on, hold on,
already
hold on, hold on,
did
hold on.
so.
One second. It's never. Oh, Xbox is gonna put out great games because
Mhm.
PlayStation did it.
Yeah.
It's never any of that shit. It's all the bad shit. Everything bad that Xbox does, PlayStation is
Exactly.
definitely gonna follow suit with that.
Yeah, but
Dude,
that's why I want to
Dude,
know. I want to know how to. I want to know how to. How
How do
does
you get to that
PC
conclusion?
going to how to this game going to PC correlate with the $120 price hike of PS Plus?
And that made no
I
sense
don't-
whatsoever.
look,
Thank you. Thank you, Braxton.
You guys know I don't give a fuck about Xbox, but I have already seen it with PlayStation following what Xbox did with Pay for Online. Xbox created this fucking shit
Because
and
it was a
PlayStation
whole
followed.
revenue source that they didn't tap into that other
Exactly.
niggas was accepting.
Yeah, I
It
know
would
they
have
have
been
a
fools to
literally
not have done it.
But
Look,
you still
no,
not
no, no,
answering
no,
the
no.
question though. Like how
No,
did
no, no.
how did the two correlate?
Check this out. From a consumer standpoint, look, I would love to believe that it's a bad thing that they started to make you pay for online. That's clear. From a business standpoint, you would be stupid not to get that revenue stream that niggas is willing to pay you for doing nothing.
Okay, so Omar,
Omar, the thing is that you need to do more research into this, man. If you actually did your research,
No, I'm fully aware of it.
No. Okay. Omar. If you actually did your research into this, then you would understand that PlayStation services alone netted over more money than Microsoft as a whole did in 2019. That's when people started comparing Microsoft's money, yearly income compared to PlayStation and Sony. You get what I'm saying? PlayStation on the server side in terms of PlayStation Plus, they're doing A-OK.
I want to hear.
They don't need to change up shit.
I want to hear Stealth's thoughts. Yo, Stealth, what's good, man?
Yeah,
Court.
Stealth be quiet.
Court, what's good,
Yeah,
man?
man.
Before you get to that, sorry guys, I gotta go. Something came up. But
Gotcha.
thanks for Sona for having me. I'll see you guys next time.
All right, man.
All right.
Peace out, Star Guardian. Appreciate you, man. Yo, Court, what's your thoughts, man? Great thoughts.
Let me tell you. Here's the thing, man. We have a subset of people who just generally want to be mad about shit. I've never heard you once, Ace, be happy about anything that's happening. I mean, even with Returnal, I think you made a comment as to you hope DLC come from it, and we haven't even got the original game yet. It's like it. I don't understand it. Like, do you?
Wait, what the fuck? How many times?
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you the question first. I haven't given you the question.
Listen to me for a little bit. How many times have I not screamed from the top of my lung? I'm so hyped for Eternal. How many times have I not said that? All I literally said is I hope that they're gonna put out DLC for it. What does that mean? It means I want more of Returnal. It doesn't
Bro,
mean
you
that
haven't
I'm
even
not
played
hyped
it.
for it.
It's impossible for you to want more of it. You haven't even seen if you like it yet.
Because I love the binding. Because I love the Binding of Isaac. Binding of Isaac is a roguelike, the same as Returnal. And if Returnal does, if Returnal is anything close to Binding of Isaac, which I'm pretty sure Returnal is going to be the number one thing in roguelike, then I want more stuff from it. I want more DLC, I want more maps, I want more guns. I want this game to become a phenomenon. That's why I said I want DLC for it.
Okay,
let's back up.
Let's get back on
bit.
topic here.
No. We gonna get on topic because I just wanna understand where this is coming from. What games have you played from Housemarque in the past, Omar?
I played Alienation and what's it called? Resogun.
Alienation and Resogun.
Yeah.
Did you beat those games?
Yeah.
Did
no, wait. I forgot if I actually beat them, but I did play them. I legit forgot if I did them or not.
All right.
Hey
So,
man, y'all
Sean,
got
go ahead. Go ahead and,
yo
and
man.
go
All
on
right,
to the next
let's get back to
conversation.
the y'all are.
Well, no.
I
Here's the
appreciate
thing.
y'all, man.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what it is, though, man. Like, look, man. It's great to be passionate, right? And I love
Yeah.
Ace's passion because he's really passionate about this stuff.
Yeah.
But it's usually a negative passion, bro. It's never anything positive,
Well,
bro.
I think in terms of my whole thing is this. When it comes to PlayStation, and then we'll get your thoughts, Court, because I know you're back. I want to hear your thoughts on this. But when it comes to PlayStation, or like people saying, "Oh well, PlayStation is going to follow suit," and all this other stuff, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, why would you be so? And I'm not speaking to you, Omar, because there's been people on social media that I've seen. One of your VGP mates, Jube. Don't shoot the messenger. I just don't understand why people would rather see PlayStation follow something that is so obviously not good and being frowned upon, as opposed to speaking out against what's actually happening in the present day and now. It seems, oftentimes with a lot of people, the way they try to argue, they're trying to argue the point of, oh, well, PlayStation is going to follow suit. And I'm like, no. Microsoft needs to not do this. They're trying to do this to funnel you into Game Pass. This is obviously them strong arming you, right? Then you look at PlayStation, you see PlayStation is offering PlayStation Plus and 800 plus games on PS Now for $120 a year. And you're looking at both sides and you're like, where is the deal? Clearly, PlayStation is the deal because, like I said in my monologue earlier, you've got someone that doesn't even need to buy PlayStation Plus to play 4 of the most popular games out: Fortnite, Warzone, Apex Legends. All free to play. All do not require you to buy PS Plus to play. You have that, and you get someone that's a gamer that loves those games, but then they also get the added benefits of, Horizon, God of War, or whatever the case may be, right? And that's a win-win because you still end up spending less than if you were to invest in the Game Pass Ultimate or this gold, because you're spending the set. And this is why I say the whole $70 game argument holds no water, because someone will spend that money on a game that they want, as opposed to spending $180 a year on games they wouldn't even look twice at if they weren't in that service.
Very well said.
People don't buy millions of games, and people aren't like that. Very few people do that. Me, Sig, Bari, Court, like no one's buying every game that comes out, or most every game. And honestly, I even pulled back. I'm not buying everything anymore, because I realized everything is not good, or I'm just not playing. I can't play everything, so I'm really picking and choosing, right?
Right.
So if I'm doing that, what is somebody else that's a bit more of a casual or not really deep into these social media gaming streets doing? They see that their favorite games that are free to play, you don't have to pay a service. And then you also get Horizon, Ratchet & Clank, Fortnite, Demon's Souls, Miles Morales, Returnal, and all and all this other stuff. Hell yeah, I will pay $70. Yes. And no, PlayStation does not need to make their service $120. You know why? Because they're getting the full benefits of their games selling. Their games break records. Their games people are paying top dollar for. So they don't need to up that price in that type of way. Now, I'm not going to say, it may go up $55, $60, or $70 or whatever, $75. It may do something like that. But removing a 1-year subscription and only giving you the option to do 6 months to force you to pay $120 to strong arm you into Game Pass Ultimate, which subsequently you have to pay even more for, because 15 times 12 is $180. So you're even paying more than just buying Xbox Live Gold twice a year for $120. So really, you're getting fucked $360. Pun intended. You're getting fucked $360. So why? PlayStation games sell well, break records, and people pay top dollar. Why would PlayStation even look in the realm of doing something that's stupid when their games sell? They recoup the financial cost that it costs to make the game, third-party deals and all that other shit that they do, they recoup those costs because people buy the games. Check the records.
Let me add this in there while you on because you on a roll. Let me add this in there. Why do y'all think PlayStation is trying to compete with Game Pass? That's number one.
They're not.
Why would they? They have a much better service all around with much better games. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. While y'all talking about y'all want competition because this is what everybody wants, right? Let's go ahead and compete. If what Ace says is right, because let's not count out the fact that, hey, things can happen, right? Let's just say in this upside down world, Sony decides to make the same mistake, right? What good is it gonna do them?
None.
How is it going to help them with the consumer? So why do you think they're going to do it if they think it's going to hurt them? Sony has been moving so careful. These niggas ain't trying to make no mistakes. Zero mistakes. And raising money in any facet of your business is always going to be a negative. Always going to be a negative. Now, the question is, why would you have to raise the price? In this rental service game, you don't own none of this shit anyway. Sony ain't trying to put games day and date in their catalog.
Jim Ryan said themselves, the games sell well for us not having to do that.
Yeah. So
not only that, but it goes a step further. It goes a step further, Sick, because remember, every game is not in Game Pass. So if a third-party game comes out, you still have to pay that $70 if you really want it. So you're paying $180 a year plus $70, which comes out to almost $250. For what?
I just
or say there's 2 or 3 games that come out. You're spending car note and insurance prices for shit.
I just want to clarify one thing, so in case there is absolutely no misunderstanding. I am super not into what Xbox is doing in the sense of raising their price. I'm super against that. And also, I don't want PlayStation to do the same. I legit don't. And it's not like when I said that PlayStation is probably gonna follow through, it's me good talking what Xbox is doing. Absolutely fucking not. Not. And when I said that I want DLC for Returnal, it means that I want something I knew I'm gonna enjoy a lot. And when you compare Returnal with a game like Alienation and Resogun, Returnal is gonna have a story and is way more focused on roguelite, and that's 2 things I am super hyped for. But yeah, I fully agree with what you're saying, but I really hope PlayStation doesn't follow through, because I don't want PlayStation to compete with Game Pass. I don't want PlayStation to create their own version of Game Pass or bundle all that shit.
They already have Game Pass. It's called PS Now.
Yeah, it's called PlayStation. PlayStation Now.
No. What?
10,000 times better than Game Pass.
No. Let me ask. What do you mean?
After your question, Sick, I want to get Court's thoughts after you ask your question. Go ahead.
Got you. What do you mean their own version of Game Pass when you say it?
Oh no, I'm just saying what other people are saying, and I'm just saying that I don't want that.
What
I think he means
want?
like PlayStation games being day and date and PS Now.
Yeah, day and date on Game Pass, and I mean on PlayStation Plus and all the PlayStation Now and all the chat. PlayStation Now, yeah.
Well, really, PlayStation. I mean, Destruction All Stars is a brand new game that's coming out for free. You know what's funny? PlayStation does this stuff too, but not in the same way that Microsoft is doing it. Because Bugsnax free as soon as it came out. Rocket League was free as soon as it came out. Destruction All Stars is free as soon as it comes out. There's throughout PS4's generation, PlayStation was doing this anyway, where games were free if you were a PS Plus owner, which gave more people incentive to want to be a PS Plus owner, right?
Even
they're not putting everything there though. It's strategic what's made free. Huh?
Even Fall Guy was free, and even what's called Rocket League.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned.
It was free.
Well, you need to have PS Plus, but that's that incentive, right? Mm-hmm. But let me get Court's thoughts. Court, what's good, bro? What's good, brother?
What's good, brother?
$59.99 times 2 is $120. Give me your thoughts. Yo, we talked. Yo, Corey, you know what's funny? We talked about this long time ago during council days and all this crazy shit. We talked about all this stuff a long time ago. But give me your thoughts, bro.
Oh man, it was funny because when I seen that post from Sick last night with that new Xbox Live card that people was calling it fake, I was sitting there like, nah, pimp, that ain't fake, cause that you ain't photoshopping that good. You ain't photoshopping that damn good.
Mm-hmm.
That's real. So when I seen it, I was like, ooh boy, when this shit break, goddamn hell is gonna let loose on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, popped up today. And I was kind of expecting it because I'm like, what would be something that Microsoft would do to just say, yeah, we're getting our Game Pass numbers up. Let's sabotage Xbox Live.
Exactly, bro.
So let's take away the year option, make this 6 months option only one you got, and it's $60. So therefore, if somebody really wants to say, well, I'm saving money, let me go get Game Pass Ultimate because I'll still get Xbox Live, and I'll get, these assortment of games that I can play, even though I'm probably not going to play 75% of them, and I'm really only doing it for probably the damn exclusives. And even then, I ain't really playing those, so shit, I'm wasting money either way.
Exactly.
So, but let me go to Game Pass Ultimate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I see people that, unfortunately got PCs going to Game Pass Ultimate. Like, why, motherfucker? Like, really, why? Like, you're going to pay for Xbox Live even though you don't need Xbox Live?
But
Like
Xbox Ultimate been on PC, though.
Yeah, I know it's been on PC, but you still got the singular Game Pass option. You don't have to do Ultimate, even though they raised the price of the PC Game Pass to $10 a month. So they just trying to slowly increase on that side too, and everybody like, oh well, it's $10. Yeah, it was only what, 6, 5 or something like that. Like, so they just increasing across the board. It's like Game Pass gonna get increased, Ultimate gonna get increased, Xbox Live get increased. And one of my friends, because Persona knows Ken, we were up there talking about it today, and he said, yeah, they pretty much just gonna phase out Xbox Live eventually and just make it all in Ultimate.
Yep.
And just make it seem like, oh my God, I don't want to spend that much. Let me go to Ultimate.
They doing it in steps, because that's how they did it with games going to PC and all this other stuff, in steps. They're not just going to one day say, oh yeah, Xbox Live is gone, that's it, bye. Either you buy this or nothing. No, they're just going to baby step it. Then the next step is going to be 2023 Xbox Live will be discontinued type shit. That's what's going to that's what's going to happen sooner or later. You're going to see the article, it's going to come out, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, Microsoft just said 2023 Xbox Live Gold is being retired and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is going to be the definitive. That's what's that's ultimately what's going to happen.
Well, and Persona, it brings up the question as well, brother, that a lot of those people that read up their Xbox Live and then they got Ultimate for $1 extra, don't a lot of those expire in 2022?
Mm-hmm. Well, you can add. Well, you can add the time. You can add the time. So you can if you have Xbox Live Gold, whatever time you have on there, if you buy Xbox Live Ultimate, that time gets added onto it. So if you buy a year worth of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and you have like 6 months of Xbox Live Gold, you'll have a year and 6 months of Xbox Live Game Pass Ultimate.
But it seems like a lot of those games that they have, the big games that they have coming out, a lot of those are basically not until 2022. And this is what I believe firmly, especially considering that they want to draw so many parallels with Xbox Game Pass and Netflix. Netflix is almost $20 a month. Mm-hmm. Game Pass is going to be the same goddamn way.
Oh no, Game Pass is going. I guarantee you, probably not this year, but next year or the year before, Game Pass. I'm telling you, Game Pass is going up in price.
It will be $20 a month.
Oh yeah, it's going up in price.
Question: is this their version of trying to kill console for themselves?
Yes. Because if consoles go away, Game Pass is still there. Because you can do it on your phone, you can do it on a computer, TVs and all that stuff. Yes. But sick, let me-
why go out of their way and create a console to begin with, though?
because they wanted to get in on the pie that Nintendo and PlayStation and Sega and all these other motherfuckers was eating in on. When Sega Genesis, when Dreamcast came out, PS2 and all these all this buzz around consoles, they wanted to get in on it. That's all it was.
Facts.
They only wanted to get in on that market because there was money to be made. It wasn't because they had this idea that they wanted to create this great console and provide quality experiences. They just wanted to get in and make money. Right? And I'm not to say that OG Xbox and 360 didn't have great games during their gens. Yes, they did. But when you look at the parallel of Nintendo and PlayStation, there is no comparison.
No,
there literally
one
is no
company
comparison.
doing it best. One company is doing it best, and the other company is Microsoft. Easy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And it's been this way since Microsoft got into the game. They never were the leader in the market. They were just getting by. They never were reinventing the wheel or trying to make gaming better. They were just trying to provide just enough. Just doing enough. It was never about being the best in gaming. And even now, look at this gen, right? It's not about, just look at what the fuck PlayStation 5 is, man. Just look at what's in it. Look what it does. Look at the controller. Like, that's coming from a company that cares. A company that wants to build something that's of quality, something to be proud of, something that you want to own. Look at the games. Just look throw the fanboy stuff out the window, man. Like, I know a lot of people like to hear this stuff and they think, oh, you're a fanboy, toxic, all this bullshit. Listen, man, throw all that shit out the window. Just look, man. Just look.
Yeah. I don't see bitches getting into a fight at Walmart over a Series X, nigga.
I don't see people sleeping outside of GameStop for Xboxes, but you're sick. What was you gonna say, brother?
I was just gonna say, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is trash.
It is. I couldn't even finish
it. It's funny that you said that. It's funny that you said that, right? Because I remember you talking about you were having so much fun with Mortal Phoenix Rising. I told you niggas, it's a great game. Like, gotta try it. Mortal Phoenix Rising is amazing. And he was like, man, I wonder who made this game. It had to have been massive or something. I was like, damn, sick, I'm at work. I can't tell you who it is just yet. But now since I have you two niggas here in my presence, the same niggas that made Immortal Phoenix Rising are the same group of guys that made Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Odyssey is so bad because you're doing stuff and you're not even get good reward for it.
Look, nigga, I didn't say you could speak while I'm basking in this moment.
Nah, I think with the problem, Odyssey's problem is, for me personally, the problem with Odyssey was its traversal. I just couldn't stand that shit, man. That and the level
they
grinding.
redeemed the fuck out of themselves with Immortal Phoenix Rising.
Oh yeah.
God damn,
Phoenix.
They did their thing.
Yeah, I love Immortal Phoenix. Is one of my favorite games of 2020.
Really?
Honestly.
Is it that good?
Oh, it's
To
so
me,
good.
yes, it
it's
is.
so good. Yeah.
Honestly, Immortal Phoenix is what Breath of the Wild should have been. Well, really, they take from each other heavily, but Breath of the Wild, you got the weapon degradation, which I can't stand that shit.
I hate that shit.
That's why I can't really play it. But
this game, it's like I'm trying to make it through, but it's just, this shit is god awful.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's really bad. Honestly, like, that was definitely one of the weakest Assassin's Creed in my opinion.
Cassandra is a lame character. I don't know what the fuck she is. All the characters in this bitch look like they got jaundice in their eyes. They shit mad yellow.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I swear, bro. Like, I had to start changing the color to see if it was the color, or something on the TV. But no, it's just a fucking game, dog.
Hey,
Let me ask y'all a question. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's extremely long.
Jinx,
no
nigga, double
direction.
jinx.
With no direction, goddammit! Do you hear me?
but on some real shit though, man. Me personally, I think not Odyssey, but Origins looks better than Odyssey.
It is.
Origins definitely looks better.
Say that now.
Yeah,
I
Origins
never
looks
understood why people would say, "Man, Odyssey looks so much better than Origins." Like, what are y'all?
Nah, you see Egypt looked good, man. That looked really good. Honestly, it did. I want to ask y'all a question. Did any of y'all play the Resident Evil Village demo? Did y'all play that?
Nope.
No,
I
I
don't
have
have
it
a
downloaded,
PlayStation
but I
5,
haven't
so
I
I
haven't
can't.
played it yet.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I was playing that shit last night. I was a little scared.
Yeah.
I got to see my Budo. You feel me? You know, she grabbed me up. I was,
Man,
I was a little hyped.
man, I swear to God, if Umbrella was a real company, all y'all motherfuckers on Twitter be dead right now.
Yo, the
I
game. Go ahead, Corey.
Nah, I just can't believe everybody sipping over this goddamn tyrant.
Oh,
I was about to say the same exact
I'm gonna
fucking
die.
thing.
You know, if
I'm like,
she chasing me, I'm gonna stand still. You feel me? Like, fuck it.
like,
No,
No,
nigga,
she's a
crazy.
fucking
She overly.
zombie.
That's the
no,
most average
Karama,
motherfucker
Karama.
I ever seen in my life. The bitch is great. She not even white, nigga. She great.
Yeah.
She a
And I
She's
vampire.
mean,
a zombie.
if the
She will eat
titty
your
big
brain.
for you, man, goddamn.
Karama, no.
What did Karamba
I thought
say?
she was.
They
I
are
thought she was
not
a vampire.
zombies, Karama.
They're
The
vampires.
vampire. Yeah.
You said they were zombies, Karamba? Oh no.
No.
The
Nigga, how
game.
you
I'm gonna tell you
call
like.
a zombie like that?
I'm gonna tell you like this. This game beautiful as hell. It looks really
All right,
good.
my question is, does it run at 60? Does it run at 60?
Yeah, it runs at 4K 60.
Okay.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
I mean that damn RE engine ain't no joke.
Oh
Like,
yeah, no, that RE
Yeah,
engine is
Speaking of
crazy.
things that running at 60 FPS, man, shout out to Thrash for pointing out those non-existent reflections in Hitman 3. That's
Compromise,
a trap
bro.
shit.
Wait, non-existent
Compromise.
reflection.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit missing in the Xbox version of that game.
Really?
Yeah,
Specifically the
and
Xbox
he
Series
actually
X,
says.
not the S, the X.
Why would the
apparently
X
the
version be
founder
missing things?
Cold-hearted lie too, bro.
Why would
Because
the-
there's a-
Why would the weaker console have more things than the stronger one? That's
You
weird.
want to know why? They
Why?
had to cut something to hit that 4K mark.
And I don't know why they tried so hard to hit the 4K mark. That's fucking
I'm not sure
hard.
why. I think that's probably Microsoft. Like, we want 4K to be able to have that upper advantage because it's the same thing with you know, the update for Star Wars. You know, it's doing higher resolution, but it's dynamic, as opposed to PlayStation being native 1200 whatever at 60. It's like, you know, so you walking through the world and it's just jumping up around in terms of resolution. So.
Yeah, but see, I can't trust nothing from EA, bro, because they got this deal with Microsoft for that EA Play shit. And if Microsoft say, "Hey, man, look, we just want our version to be considered the better version."
And not only that, a lot of
Well, you
former
can't trust
Xbox
them.
executives went over to. Matter of fact, the head of Xbox at one time, I forgot that motherfucker's name. He always looks like he's Swift, but he was at one time the head of the Electronic Arts. Can't think of that motherfucker's name, but he was the one that used to put the damn tattoos on his arms during the press conferences. You know what I'm talking about? He had the Grand Theft Auto 4 tattoo on his arm.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Okay,
I
can I?
don't know. Oh, go ahead, Court.
No, I'm gonna ask a question. What the fuck is up with Walmart and Switch games lately?
What happened?
Bro, now they got Xenoblade Definitive Edition for $10. Nigga,
Wait, what?
Really? Should
It
take
ain't never
advantage.
worth that shit. Went never worth $60 to begin
Take
with.
advantage. I was gonna say a lot of
look,
Switch
Nick,
games shouldn't be
I-
60 right now. So Walmart is
I
actually
don't-
doing a
And
service.
when does Nintendo do?
Walmart is
Bro.
actually doing a civil service by not making them
Walmart-
shit $60, man.
Walmart doing God's work right now.
But yo, man, any final thoughts on all that was going on today, man, with this whole situation? Sick. You got anything? Any final thoughts you want to say, man?
I love Xbox. I love Xbox and Xbox accessories.
I sell propane and
sound
propane accessories.
So sincere
I
right
think-
now.
I think Microsoft are making all the right moves. I think they should continue in the direction that they're going. Their trajectory is looking absolutely amazing at this time. I mean, it's astonishing that, you know, anybody would see anything wrong with what's going on today. You know,
So
I
hold
feel
on. So
like-
let me ask you a question, a sec. Do you think that what Microsoft is doing right now, do you think this will affect them in a big way come later in the gen?
No, absolutely not. I mean, the few people that actually want an Xbox, I mean, you know, they'll be able to find them eventually. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it just is what it is, man. Xbox is the greatest. They're American made. You got to remember that it's American made.
Well, no, it's an American company manufactured in China. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. But you have Phil Spencer. He was made in America. You know what I mean? And he wears 2 watches.
Come on, man. Yo, come
He wears 2 watches and he has his jacket. And he is always he's a very astute person. I think that any recommendations against what Microsoft is doing would be detrimental to, the community that they're trying to create, because these big worlds, these immersive worlds that they're giving us to dive into, it's absolutely the best thing that I've ever seen in gaming, bro. I mean, just imagine this. Imagine 10 years ago if we could literally pay $15 a month to play shit that we never really gave a fuck about. I mean, Jesus. I mean, gosh. I mean, what's a better deal than that, bro? What's a better?
Nothing.
Just think about the amount of unfinished games that we're gonna get this generation from Microsoft. Because and the thing is, the great thing about it is, you don't have to throw the game away after you're finished with it, because it's never gonna be finished. Which means it's gonna always feel fresh.
What the fuck?
So you will never own the game to
It's
begin
the
with.
best thing ever, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Also,
It's
you will
the
never own
best
the
thing
game to
ever.
begin with.
I've never seen a better looking system. Just look at it ergonomically. It looks like what a console should look like, a fucking bazooka speaker, right? I mean, that's just what it is. And do you see that grill at the top with the little green thing that gives off the impression that there's a green glowing light? Because they ran out of funding. They couldn't get the green light. They ran out of funding at that time. It's okay though. It's okay because it's Xbox. It's Xbox.
The best thing that happened since I've bed.
Yo, this guy. Yo, y'all funny, man. Court, man, give me your final thoughts on all this, man. What's up? How you feeling?
Oh man, it's like one of those. I'm not even surprised anymore by what Xbox does. Really, it's almost expected.
Yeah.
It's like so. I guess people will eventually come to be like, oh well, it's okay. I got Xbox Live, Game Pass Ultimate. I'm all right. This will blow over in less than a week. People ain't even gonna be talking about it no more. Back to the same old shit of console warring as per usual. And it's just gonna fade, and people be like, "Oh well, if you don't want to buy Live, just go buy Game Pass." You know what's funny? That's exactly what people gonna be saying come next week. Oh well, if you don't like the 120, the better deal is Game Pass Ultimate anyway. So just buy Game Pass. Like that's exactly, Jesus.
They're gonna go right back to being sold.
Exactly. That's what they are, salesmen, car salesmen at that. Car salesmen always trying to rip you off. Used car salesmen.
Slap the top of the hood. This one gets 5 miles per gallon. This is a great car.
Coming out that motherfucker smelling like a whole half bottle of Juke cologne, nigga.
Motherfucker come out short. Motherfucker come out
polyester suit.
Motherfucker come out the trailer sweaty as hell. Hey man, that right there, that's the best car on the lot.
Why you
That's the best goddamn car in the lot. Yo, that motherfucker be the worst car telling you that's the best.
You know when the nigga was wearing Juke, nigga. 3 miles away from that motherfucker, dog. It was like, that's some Juke cologne.
Look, dog, you up there saying that shit and it remind me of my uncle, bro. He used to wear the hell out of that shit.
Yep. Yeah. Everybody, because it brings back memories for a lot of niggas. Especially a lot of us old niggas.
But Thug Nasty, final thoughts, man.
Alright, I'm not gonna be as cynical as motherfucking sick humor was, but I will say I hope they keep doing what they're doing. Translation, I wanna see you niggas burn. I love it. Alright? I love seeing all the goddamn damage control, man.
Oh my God.
It just lets me know like how many of you niggas out there is actual fucking sheep or weak minded. It's like, yeah, I'm better than that motherfucker. I'm better than him too. Goddamn, I'm looking at all these motherfuckers that I'm better than. These motherfuckers will not survive if we ever get into a motherfucking end day scenario. You know what I mean? It lets me know who the weak ones are, and I fucking love it.
Okay. Yo, Omar, final thoughts, man.
Xbox is the best. Woo!
What'd you say? Xbox the best?
Yeah.
Okay. I
It's
believe you
true,
too,
right?
unfortunately. I'm kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead, Omar.
Yeah, no, they are the best in fucking everything up.
Okay. That's it? That's all you got to say? Okay.
Did I say everything for you, Omar? You're like, God damn. I low key feel that way. I guarantee you, a lot of people in the chat are like, yo, I low key feel that way, nigga. Like, a lot of these niggas is pussies.
It's the New York shit in persona, bro. I swear to fucking God, dog. When you say certain shit, it sounds so condescending. It's so funny to me, dog, because I'm just like, man. Nah, but shout out to Persona, man. Thank you for the invite, brother.
No doubt, man. Appreciate y'all.
It's always a good time coming through and chopping it up.
No
with
doubt. I'm gonna come on one of those politically incorrects, man. Y'all be getting spicy in there.
Oh yeah, man. Politically incorrect, bro. I had to do it, dog, because I feel like when you center yourself around gaming, bro, you have to be really just about gaming, bro. Sometimes other shit comes up.
Yeah, because I like certain topics I don't like talking about, because like religion and like politics sometimes can get really heated, and like you end up making enemies of people you thought you was cool with because of your views. So I don't really like talking about that type of stuff.
When I started in politically incorrect, bro, I swear I lost like at least 100 subscribers, bro.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I was like, good, y'all niggas gone. Let's keep it moving.
Let's keep it. Yeah,
I mean, what am I gonna do? Please come back.
I'll never
talk more about Xbox and Stadia and fucking Luna. How much you want to hear about how much I love PlayStation? Oh, I love PlayStation. Oh.
I mean, listen, man, you can talk about how much you love PlayStation.
Yeah, and I was actually happy to see him bring that up, though. You know, when I saw his, like, the podcast name, Politically Incorrect, and, and I tuned in while I was at work, like I'm always in, seems like, he was talking about politics, and I'm like, shout out to you, nigga, like, you chose an opportune time to, like, do this, because so many people get caught up in this whole social media gaming bullshit that's going on, where they're taking a microcosm of a fucking mountain, blowing it up.
Well, you know what it is too, and this one, I think some people might not like it, but I don't know. I feel like the way how some people like cry on Twitter about certain things, like real world things. It's like it's just an echo chamber of just people crying about stuff and not really listening to each other or trying to understand, right? I'm more about actions, like, what are you doing in your community or in real life that is pushing the black community forward or pushing whatever it is that you believe in or whatever it is that you're trying to do, right? A lot of people have an issue. A lot of people in just social media period tend to throw stones in a glass house.
Yeah,
it's like,
right.
the fuck you, like, what do you do? Like, someone get at you because you're not as mad as them, and it's like, I feel the same way. I'm just not on Twitter crying about it. Like, I feel the same. I feel the exact same way, but I'm not on Twitter crying about it like you do. And so people
I gotta cry about it on Twitter, especially with the politics shit. Nah, we gotta hold these motherfuckers accountable, bro.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna be 4 more years of no accountability and just have a motherfucker robbing us blind.
Oh no. In terms of like what with Biden, like the Democrats and all, like they definitely need to make good on their promises and what they said they're gonna do, because people out here in America, they need it. There's families that need like help. They need that stuff, man. Like it's not up for debate, man. There is no like help needs to be given. 100%. These vaccines need to come out and they need to give it to whoever they need to give it to, and we need to push America back to what it is, like back to some type of normalcy. Because I've been working from home since last year March, and I'm not going back until like after the summer. I've been working from home, and I'm starting to get to the point where I'm getting tired of it too, honestly.
You getting that cabin fever, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm starting to get tired of this shit.
And I said a microcosm of a molecule, and I don't.
Yup.
Yep.
So, anybody out there in the chat?
We missed the whole thing. Nobody knows what you
I don't know what he said, but I hear you.
Knows what that means. Feel free to let me know and put it in. but you're absolutely right, man. I agree with you like 1,000% in terms of what needs to be done, and hopefully this new
like something I've wanted to do is talk about like investing in stocks and like IT and how to get into IT and different fields of IT and like have like people in different fields and shit, like do interviews with them and shit like that. That's stuff that I want to do, but I know people don't want to, because Bari is right to a degree. Like people don't give a fuck. Like they don't care. It's like if you're trying to talk about like positive shit and stuff like that, people don't care, man. Like talking about stocks, talking about like different books you could read to better yourself as a person and financial literacy and shit like that. Because I'm still learning different things too, but
I don't know. Persona. I wish I would have bought stock in fucking Tesla about 5-6 years ago.
I wish I would have started investing back when I was 18, man. I didn't start buying stocks and investing until I was like...
The moment when Tesla was on the fucking market to be bought, I should have snatched that shit up. Them motherfuckers is going for 37,000 a share now.
Yeah, I know.
If I may,
I wish I was buying Bitcoin and all, like a lot of stuff in my early 20s. I wish I was doing, because like I was fucking around. I was, not to get too personal, I was more about chasing girls and getting money to, I was making like some decent money, but I was like chasing girls and gaming and just bullshitting in my early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really get serious until like 27, about 27, 26. That's when I got like super serious about like, I need to start investing and really start trying to understand that financial literacy, saving and all that shit.
And plus, not to mention, I need to pick your brain at some time, just like one-on-one, you sick, whatever, because I am going to school for IT cybersecurity myself. So any extra knowledge that I can gain from you cats, man, would be much appreciated. But I got to get back to work.
All right, bro.
And Omar, I'm gonna go ahead and let you talk, man. By the way, Persona, not Persona, but Omar, man, I hope everything goes good with you, man. Just stop listening to these motherfuckers. Stop letting them get in your head, man. Be strong, man.
Dude.
Yo, get up out of here,
dude, I listen to fucking nobody. Nobody dictates what I say or what I do.
What was you gonna say, Omar? What was you gonna say, bro?
What I wanna say is, why don't you feel the need to just do you, whether your subscribers watch such video or not? Just do you and follow your own heart or root. And if your subscribers are interested in that, so be it. If not, so be it. Or does that affect your channel a lot if you put a video and nobody watch it?
No. I mean, the views. Listen, I was doing. If you look through all of my videos, I just got 1,000 or almost 1,500 subs, like last year. And I've been doing YouTube off and on. Like I'm really off and on, like, cause I gotta be in the mood. To be honest with you, and I'm someone I'd rather game than do a podcast most of the time.
I know.
Or like doing work, like when I was going out to work, like. After work, I would, me and some coworkers, we go to a bar, or, I would go to the gym or something, or go out, do something. Like, I just rushing home to do a podcast at 6, or I just didn't feel, or like, especially like, cause like in New York, no one really drives in New York. Everyone catches the train and stuff like that. So like, on the train, come home from work, it'd be crowded, it'd be hot, especially during summer and all, and like, so you come home, take a shower. I just want to play the game or watch some TV and chill. So like, I gotta be in the mood. Like I gotta really be in the mood to do a podcast. But in terms of like the financial stuff, that's something I do want to do. and I may do it. I just started thinking about it. You know, it's funny, like closer to the end of last year, like putting that information out there because I've been watching a lot of people. Like people that I watch is shit. What's these dudes' names, man? Dave Ramsey, and stuff like that. So like, you know, I was like, damn, man, I wouldn't mind putting this information, like, because you know, I know the majority of people that watch me are black people, so I want my people to, you know, I want everyone to have financial freedom. So that's why I was thinking about it, like, yo, put that stuff out
There's
there.
a lot
And,
of misinformation out there, so it's good someone like you who can spread factual information.
Oh yeah. I would definitely. I want to also. I also want to gain more knowledge, and because I don't want to be one of them people. You know, a lot of people out here, especially in gaming podcasts, they always talking about games, but they got nothing to show for it. Like they ain't got no games. They, you know, their gamer score is ass, or they, you know, they ain't really playing games, but they always in a podcast talking about games. I don't want to be one of them dudes that's talking about financial freedom if I'm not 100% there. So that's part of why it's stopping me, because I don't want to be one of them dudes that's talking about it but ain't really got nothing to show for it. So, you know, I'm investing in doing all this other stuff, and I don't want to talk too personal about my life, but you know, I'm making more investments in putting money into the right places. So once I you know, once that's 100%, that's why I'm like, you know, someone watching me, and you know, I'm not at 100% where, like, you know, I got 3 mansions in the Beverly Hills and shit. Motherfuckers ain't gonna want to watch it, because a lot of the people that I watch, you know, they established. You know, they got like 4 properties and they got like millions of dollars and shit like that.
Come on.
So
People know you. You're a credible person, and everything you said about Xbox comes into fruition. When you said that people are the ones that are going to be paying for that Bethesda acquisition, look at it now. So,
listen, man. You know, I'm very philosophical and calculated, man. I've always been that way since I was young. But you know, when you're young, you start noticing women.
You know your shit. You know your shit. Simple.
You start noticing the girls in the booty. And on that note, let's get to the outros. Yo, Court, man, let's get these outros, bro.
Oh, what's up, everybody? It's been fun, even though I came in late. But yeah, Persona, it's been nice, my friend.
Of course. I talked to you in a minute, either, so it's good to have you on.
Oh yeah. And I'm gonna say, if y'all want to come check out the channel, Stealth God Gaming.
Oh yeah.
I'm off and on. I'm like Persona. I gotta be in the mood. Plus, I gotta honestly just have the time, because
you got kids and shit. So
look, my wife be setting up honey-do lists out the ass sometimes. So it's like, I ain't doing shit today except whatever she want me to do. But yeah, I might stream. I'm thinking about going through. I want to start Disco Elysium over again, just so y'all can see it, just in case anybody wants to know what that's about. So I might do that tonight. I might do 13 Sentinels tonight. Who knows?
Yeah, do that. That's an amazing game.
Oh, I mean, I started it, so I'm already vibing with it. It's just I'm gonna pick it up some more. I ain't really had time since work driving me crazy. But y'all have a good one. Thanks again, Persona. Everybody in the chat, everybody on the panel. Y'all have a good night. Be safe, and tell Biden to get my goddamn money out right now. I need it. I'm going.
Yo, sick, man. Give us your outro, bro.
Yeah, hey guys. My name is Sick Humor TV. I'm glad that you guys stuck around, you know, for the podcast and everything like that. I think you guys do a wonderful job of being very attentive to the host, our host Persona. Yeah, it's been a great time, man. You guys have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, shout out to Sick, man. Politically incorrect, very entertaining.
I was expecting a sarcastic outro. Am I the only one that was really expecting a sarcastic outro?
I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. That kind of caught me off, but I respect it 100%. Politically incorrect, really good show. It's not just about gaming; it's about everything. Definitely check that out on Sick channel. Omar, give us your outro, bro.
You know I am, and lately I've started my own YouTube channel. I'm doing Ghost of Tsushima, Nightmare Solo runs, among other things. I will upload my. I have 2 videos done. I'm literally working on the third one right now, and when I'm done, I'll upload them. See you later. Bye. You can
Sure.
find me at Karaba 1978, I think, on YouTube.
Underscore 1978.
No. Karaba 1978.
19. All right, cool. I'll put the channel in the chat. Yeah, guys, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Shout out to everybody that came through. Appreciate y'all. You guys are amazing. Shout out to the panel. Appreciate everyone coming through, talking about this. Listen, man. At the end of the day, PlayStation. At the end of the day, if you don't own a PlayStation, can you really call yourself a gamer? I'm kidding. I know that's gonna piss somebody off. So, Persona, why are you so toxic? I can't watch your content no more.
Put that tweet, though. I actually put that tweet. If you're a gamer and you never play and you never own a PlayStation 4, how can you play games like PlayStation?
I ain't even talking about PS4. I'm talking about PS5.
I don't own a PS5.
If people don't, I mean, yeah, PS4 as well. You know, I guess PS5. You know, we in next gen. You know, when you look at what PlayStation's doing, and you look at what Xbox is doing.
PlayStation prioritize England and USA. This is the 1,000 bat you guys have gotten from Best Buy, and I'm here sitting here like, where's mine? Nope.
It'll be there soon enough. It'll be there.
Yeah.
But I appreciate y'all coming through, man. I hope y'all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, share the stream, and I'll see you guys next time.